Click on those, open them up, and you would have all of these action items. If you are outsourcing it and what you're doing, if you're the PCQI, you can actually look at the checklist and the action items, and it guides you on what you need to do, how to make assessment, review, draft, customize, etc., etc. Here we go again. PCQI, and thank you for joining us. In this segment, we're going to be discussing compliance action items, and this is in relation to 21 CFR 507, Preventive Controls for Animal Foods. So it's quite a bit of a checklist, so I'm just going to read through it as much as I can here and as fast as I can for you, and just kind of go over the general summary of those compliance requirements. Now, if you need information on this, go to interlinkiq.com and register for free. And once you're in, go to the app catalog section, which is on the top left, I believe second to third down from the compliance dashboard. And then once you click on the app catalog, go to the very right side, you're going to see professional services. Now, those are for PCQIs, and you can click on those, open them up, and you would have all of these action items. If you are outsourcing it and what you're doing, if you're the PCQI, you can actually look at the checklist and the action items, and it guides you on what you need to do, how to make assessment, review, draft, customize, etc., etc. But I'm not going to go over those line by line here. This will be a full day seminar, right? So we just want to capture a few of these things, and let's begin. Compliance action items on here, I'm not going to repeat every single one of them, but I'm just going to give you a general summary what those are. First is assessing the requirements. Obviously, that's what we're doing. We're going to be collecting or provide records, and we're going to be making a review of the programs or the policies or the forms, the training materials, obviously the SOPs. If not, we're going to have to develop them. You're going to have to then get them approved and get them implemented, and also verify them and validate them, okay? So first things first, one of the requirements is qualification of individuals who manufacture, process, pack, or hold animal food. We're going to need requirements for these are training requirements program. Because of the qualification, we need to do a training needs analysis, training schedule, personnel training evaluation, and your training records program. Now, there is some exemption that were listed here, but it does not apply to our establishment at this point. We are looking to what we need to comply with. Okay, so let's take a look at this. And then there is the current good manufacturing practices that we need to do. So section personnel, we need the personnel welfare program, personnel hygiene program, personnel protective clothing program, disease control program, hand washing program, clothing program, gloves policy, hair restraints. So you need to have a policy for that. Jewelry policy, staff amenities program, visitor program. Okay. For the plants and grounds section of the requirement, obviously you need a plant and grounds program, site plans or plans, building material program, lighting and light fittings requirements, dust, insect, and pest proofing program, pest control program, ventilation program, grounds and roadways program. Now, if you need help on these programs, just let us know. Contact us, we have them that we can customize for your intended process, and also they would come with forms and all the necessary training materials as well. So this is what if you don't have them, if you do have them, this is an awesome checklist for you to use as a guide. Now, the other part as well on our future video, all of these program, we're gonna dissect them and summarize them for you. So please keep, subscribe to the channel so you can get notified when these type of programs or videos are uploaded. Okay. So sanitation, obviously, we're gonna have part of your sanitation program. You also have a maintenance program, cleaning and sanitation, chemical control, storage of hazardous chemicals and toxic materials, your SSOPs for food contact surfaces and non-food contact surfaces, storage and handling of clean portable equipment and utensils, 507.20 water supply and plumbing requirements. So you need your water supply program, plumbing program, sewage disposal, toilet facilities, hand washing facilities, rubbish and offal disposal program, and then it has your requirements for your equipment and utensils. So those equipment and utensils program, calibration of equipment, maintenance of equipment, compressed air or other gases, freezer and cold storage, or compartment program. On the requirement for plant operations, you have process and controls program, manufacturing operations SOPs, equipment, utensils, and food container SOPs, cleaning, sanitation, and maintenance SOPs, temperature control program, sanitary transportation program, metal and other extraneous material control procedure, material and product disposal program, packing operation SOPs, transporting operations SOPs, warehousing and storage and operation, QC operation SOP/quality manual. And then on our holding and distribution requirements, we need storage and handling of goods program, inventory management program, stock withdrawal and return procedure, FIFO procedure or FEFO procedure, first in, first out, or first expired, first out, inventory aging monitoring procedure, stock transfer procedure, warehouse equipment, maintenance, cleaning, and storage procedure, storage location, racking system or similar assignment procedure, your good warehouse and distribution practices program. And then we have a requirement here for holding and distribution of human food byproduct for use as animal food. So if this is applicable, it's holding and distribution of human food byproduct for use of animal food program. So if you're processing this and you're buying it from another, you're buying these materials from another factory that manufactures human food, that also applies, for you to be able to have those programs to communicate with your suppliers. Another part of this is the HARPC requirement per 507.31 food safety plan and 507.33 hazard analysis. So you're going to need to have those prepared for your food safety plan and hazard analysis. Okay, I'm going to do another video for food safety plan /HACCP, so I'm not going to go over those fundamentals with you on this event. You're very familiar with food safety plan and HACCP, and if not, please contact us so we can assist you. Preventive controls. So you need to have a preventive control management program and process controls, food allergen controls, sanitation controls, supply chain controls, and other controls that is applicable to you, as well as your preventive control monitoring procedures. So on 507.36, you need a preventive controls exemption or circumstances program. If it is applicable, please dictate it there. And then 507.37, provision of assurance program. And 507.38, a recall plan. Okay, so your recall program, identify those. And like I said, on the recall, it's another video that we can go over those. Then preventive controls again for management components, program and monitoring. And then you have your requirements for corrective action procedures.
3, 2, 1.
Verification activities program. You're going to need that under 507.45 requirement. And reanalysis, by the way. So it's a verification and reanalysis that coincide with your HACCP or food safety plan. On the validation program, you also need to implement your preventive controls. And then your verification of implementation and effectiveness program that includes your verification activities procedure. And then there's a part here about calibration process monitoring and verification of instruments and your activities. And then other activities here is like product testing for pathogen or other hazard, and environmental monitoring program as part of your verification activities, records monitoring and corrective action records, and other activities for your QA QC monitoring, calibration process procedures SOPs, product testing procedures SOPs, and then your environmental monitoring SOPs. .50 reanalysis is included to include your food safety plan / HACCP. And 507.53 requirements applicable to a PC for a preventive control qualified individual. So you need a PCQI, hello, right? So if you don't have one, you can contract that out. They don't have to be an employee under 21 CFR 117. So PCQI, you need to have your requirements program listed out, and then your internal audit program as a PCQI, okay? Then the rest is about records and FDA to withdraw qualified facility exemption. And this really does not particularly part of us as PCQI, so I'm going to skip those. You can take a look at this guide and checklist, by the way, where we broke this down. And then you have your requirement for your supply chain program and approved suppliers program. And for your receiving facility under 507.115, your receiving facility responsibilities program. And then your appropriate supplier verification activities determination program. So these are all part of your approved supplier program. And by the way, on interlinkiq.com, once you're in there and you're looking around, if you look at the supplier and customer portion module, this actually conform with that. So on this one, you're gonna have to write your program for this as well as your SOPs, obviously. And then we have supplier verification activities for raw materials and other ingredients. So you have one for the supplier, and then you have for the materials that they're supplying you with. Supplier on-site audit, so how you're going to be performing that. Either you're going to be performing it physically, or you're going to be sending a third-party provider to do that. You need to specify that as part of the requirement. And then supply chain records program, which is now going into that. Records program, your master signature and initials records. That a little bit on that, it's really capturing the verification of the authorized person from the supplier or for your own team. Food safety plan records, you need to keep those. And your records retention program has to be written out. And written assurance program, so if you have any assurances or statements that you need to put out there, so it's part of that checklist. And then there's a section here for your FSVP, so it's incorporated on this part if you are bringing in products from overseas as part of your preventive controls for animal foods. So obviously you need to do your FSVP, and we're going to cover that on a different section on FSVP requirements, but it is included on your preventive control. So let me go here. And then you have your hazard analysis, which is part of your HACCP plan. And of course, you need to include your transportation agreement statements here. And on 1.505, your foreign supplier evaluation as part of your FSVP, that's also a part of this. FDA food safety regulation, so you're gonna have that incorporated into this program where you have all of these guidance. You're gonna wanna refer them to just in case you get a pushback from an auditor, for those requirements, okay? On an FSVP, we're gonna create a full video for that on what we need to to kind of do for those. Thank you again, PCQI, for participating in this segment or this video. Till next time, stay strong and have a good day. Bye for now. Contact us. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thanks again, PCQIs. Have a good one.